Pandas, 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 pandas. Welcome to the stream, pandas. I'm glad that you can join us today. Hey, pandas. It's good to be back. Sorry I took a small break. I was out of town for a couple days, but now I'm back and I am excited and ready to go. Let me just set up this poll for you guys. Hey, let me know in the chat what kind of day you think it's going to be. Fill out that poll for us. Also, hey, give us some good mornings. Welcome, welcome, welcome. See that we got a couple. Oh, thanks for the likes, guys. Hey, make sure you hit that like button. I know that last week I was able to stream almost every single day, and I think every single day, and it was really nice to be back. But I had to take a small break because I was out of town for the last couple days. But let's hope that perhaps I can be a little more consistent here, guys. I mean, off the bat, we're getting H4 setup here, but let me go over yesterday's chart. Yesterday was a little crazy. Phil W, good morning. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back, pandas. Can you believe it? I'm at 20K, pandas. I'm at 20K, and it feels good to be here, pandas. It feels real good to be at 20K. Feels really good to be at 20K right now. Alright, let's go over the charts here. Let's see what's happening, pandas. Yesterday, let's go over the best setups that we can find. So yesterday begins right here. The market opens right here. Let's see if there's any good setups. Good morning, guys. Good morning. As you guys are rolling in, I'm just going to go over my daily chart review from yesterday. And yesterday was kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little crazy just looking at the end of the chart. I didn't get the trade because I was out of town, but looking at the chart, it looked a little crazy. So let's see what we got here. I would not be going uptrend at all here, so I would have skipped this. This trap, this trap. Let's see if there's a good reason to go into that trap. What we could have had is, if I was looking at this, break of trend, new low, as you guys can see, new low here, and with this new low, trap setup. Potential trap trade here after this new low, and as you notice, after the new low, what forms here? You have your own two-legged pullback forming after a new low. It's a little hard to draw because within this one candle, you get the pivot high and pivot low, but here we go. And so you do have a two-legged move after, right, the break, making a new low, and here we're going to try to look to go long after it makes a new low. So that could be a viable trade there, viable trade on this trap, and that happens like pretty much market open. That's crazy. Going two-legged pullback back to the 20 MA. This signal bar to me is not strong enough with a strong bear bar like this, but you have 1, 2, 3 hits. You basically have a micro quad bottom, and that could be enough reason to go in here. But if I saw this live, that might have been a little difficult to trade for me, just because I saw these strong bear bars, 3 bear bars in a row, and just thinking maybe another push down. So it's a little tricky for me. So I'm not sure if I would enter there. And this one, I actually. One second. Sorry, pandas. Spam phone call. Do not know why I even pick up phone calls anymore these days. I was actually waiting for a phone call, so I thought that was a person, but spam phone calls. All right, pandas, let's go. Let's continue our daily chart review. I'm going to do this probably till 9:15, so let's go. Kimbo, welcome to the stream from the UK. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, you guys are rolling in. I'm trying to go over the best two-legged pullback setups here. Let's see what we got here. So you do, again, have this pattern, major trend reversal. So you have break of trend, new high by 2 ticks. It's a high by 2 ticks, and now potential trap trade here. And so even though that's a good signal bar, you do have the break of trend looking for a basically looking for a reversal here, major trend reversal. So this is a major trend reversal pattern, and again the components needed for a major trend reversal is you have break of trend, which is what we have here, new high, and then trap trade. And this trap trade is a pretty high probability, but I personally would not have taken this trap trade because we're above the 20 EMA. Here, as you can see, with this major trend reversal, we are above the 20 EMA trying to go long. Here, if we're trying to go short, look for a short trade. That's a difficult trade to go because you're above the 20 EMA. And so you're not sure if this, right, the second push down here is enough. And that's, to me, not enough evidence. And so for me, I would have probably skipped this trade as well. But this one, as you can see, with the major trend reversal, you have essentially a long trade above the 20 EMA, which is, in my opinion, a better setup. So this does make you a whole swing here, but it's just difficult at the time. You know, if all you saw was this, that's a little difficult to go short in because you're thinking maybe this uptrend can continue, right? You're thinking maybe we're above the 20 EMA, it's just gonna, you know, ride along the 20 EMA, might be a spiking channel, might have a couple more legs up. Don't really know, but when it does trap, obviously it does make a swing. But at the time, it was very difficult to have seen that, in my opinion. You know, if that's all you saw. Now we have a trading range starting to develop, and now we got 2 traps to the upside. Again, a little difficult if you're trading this live, right? Only because I have the trading range indicator, I can see that there's a trading range starting to develop with these bars here. But if you didn't have the trading range indicator, that also will be very difficult to notice that you're in the bottom of a trading range, potential trading range. And so you're thinking, again, man, this is a little difficult. But to take these traps long, or even this two-legged pullback long, will be difficult, in my opinion, as well. Not until you really get this trap, I wouldn't feel confident until this trap probably triggers. And the reason being is because we get so much chop here, it's just very difficult to know if we're going to keep going down or go back up, or go up back to the top of the trading range. Ends up hitting the trading range and bounce off of it, right? There's some resistance here, but ends up breaking through it. Ooh, here we have a two-legged pullback. This two-legged pullback, terrible signal bar. Just right along the 20 EMA. I don't know. That's a little difficult. I probably would have a trend line, something like this at the time. That's a hard one. That's a hard one. That might have got me, but the bad signal bar, I probably have skipped it. Here, I probably would have entered this one, two-legged pullback back to the bottom of trading range. But I would typically like to look for higher low setups on bottom trading ranges, and we do not get one here. It does not present itself. Difficult to trade. Like if I saw all this live, I think this would be pretty difficult to have traded here because the trading range is a little tight. And so not until you get up here with a failed trap and then a lower high setup, this one I would have liked, right near the 240 SMA, top of the trading range. You have this really good trap setup, right? You think it's going to explode to the upside, and it doesn't. Gets basically trapped. It doesn't make a point here, and this trap fails. Now you have a lower high setup, failed trap, top of trading range off the 240 SMA. That is a good setup. So if I saw this live, I probably would have been interested in this one. Again, here you have a trap to the downside below the 20 EMA, also potential good trade here. But at the time, I probably skipped it. I probably would take, I would have definitely taken this H4. H4 setup, bottom trading range, failed breakout. Failed breakdown, I'm probably taking this with the H4 setup. 1, 2, 3, 4 pushes down. Easy to see with the indicator with the magenta 4 here, but difficult to keep that count, that track of that count if you're doing that manually. But the indicator makes it super easy to know that we're on the H4 setup here. Basically, it's two-legged pullbacks in a row. A, B, C. Another A, B, C. Two ABC patterns or two-legged pullbacks in a row. And now that is a nice reversal right there, giving us a nice scalp. Let's see here. As you guys are rolling in, good morning, AJ. Hi, Pandas. I missed you. I've missed you too. Welcome back, AJ. I'm just going over yesterday's chart to see what were some good trades yesterday. Kellyanne, good morning. Bill Jesso, welcome to the stream, guys. If you guys don't know, I'm Buy Money, and I trade pure price action trading. I trade only one single setup, the two-legged pullback, and this is what we're trying to find. We're trying to find the best two-legged pullbacks in yesterday's trading. Make sure you hit that like button, and also, wow, 0% think it's gonna be a bull trend day today so far, but only 13 votes. Hey, make sure you guys fill out that poll. I'm very interested to know what you guys think today might be. Of course, hindsight bias. These trading reviews are super easy. So let's go here. We do have break of trend here. We have a downtrend, break of trend, new low. But notice here, no setup really, no higher low, no trap trade, and so no setup to enter. Even though the setup has happened, even though the major trend reversal things have happened, there's no setup, so there's no trade here, so we skip it. Basically, if we're trying to look for a major trend reversal, we're trying to look for a break of trend with a new high or higher low, plus also a trap. Trap is probably the best setup you can find. So we have a downtrend, no setups here, right, to go short. This is probably your next best setup here. Two-legged pullback off of the 20 MA. At the time, if I saw this live, that would have been very difficult for me to trade it, because reading the price action, we have 1, 2, 3 bull bars in a row, strong bull bars. Not only that, this down leg is actually reverses and turns into a bull leg. And so that, for me, makes me a little less, makes me a little more wary of going short here. But we are below the 20 MA, and I mean it's a nice setup in my opinion. It's just you have those little things like that where you're basically at the bottom of this trend line or channel. You're also hitting yesterday's low, and also, the signal bar is not the best. But you do have a two-legged pullback here. It does give you a point. I would have probably hesitated to take that, but strong downtrend. You know, at the time, I don't know if I would have taken that. But those are some things of concern to go short right here. But that is a two-legged pullback right off the 20 MA. And I'm going to be honest as possible. You know, I really don't know if I would have taken that live. So basically, we've had major trend reversals happening already. Break of trend, new low. Higher high setup, no trap trade. Probably gonna skip that. The trend is too strong going down. I'm just not sure if there's enough juice in here to really get this to reverse here. I might have taken this higher low setup, a terrible signal bar, right? That's your signal bar, terrible signal bar. Couldn't take that trade. Definitely not gonna take this one because we're above the 20 MA now, and so this could be a potential trap trade in reverse. This is a setup where you find a trap. And I would have skipped that one. Also above the 20 MA. Let's continue, see what else we got. No setups, right? No two-legged pullbacks. We just keep going down, down, down. Even though every single of these two-legged pullbacks make a point. Now what we have here. See, this is why I'm saying, right here, even though we have a two-legged pullback, I would have skipped this trade. You know why? Because we have almost exact same setup right here. Two-legged pullback, right? Two-legged pullback above the 20 MA, breaks above the 20 MA. Two-legged pullback breaks above the 20 MA, but this one ends up trapping. And so what you have here is, even though you might say that's easy, you should have just taken that second entry short, but you have here the almost exact same setup, but here it reverses. And so this could have happened right here. So that's what I've been scared of. So I would have skipped that trade. Or I would skip this one. This one, probably entering. No two-legged pullback so far. We do have a nice lower high second entry right here off the top of the channel. It's very, very, barely enough room. Again, live, that would have been very difficult. And this is actually not a bad trade here. A, B, C. Terrible signal bar, right, doji. But now you're looking for reversal, and this is actually very similar, again, to what we saw way back here. Where we saw the major trend reversal happen with a trap, and then a two-legged pullback happening right after that as well. But I skipped it because of the bad signal bar, but you do have this micro quad bottom. Give you a little more reason to go in there. Here, again, reversal here, and a two-legged pullback back to the 20 made terrible signal bar. Most likely would have skipped this one as well. But notice the trading range indicator had already recognized the trading range. It already recognized the trading range way back here. And so that you know you're already at the bottom of the trading range, potentially, you know, you're thinking, okay, some people are saying big downtrend, but trading range indicator already notifies us that, hey, there's chop here. This could be enough chop to bring us to a trading range or maybe reversal. And then at one certain point in time, we hit the daily 20 EMA. If you guys noticed here, here's a daily chart. And the daily chart, as you can see, where it bounces off of. It bounces off the 20 EMA off the daily chart. I personally thought this two-legged pullback here, which is kind of funny, but this is the two-legged pullback, A, B, C. And when this triggered right here, basically when it triggered right here, it made a nice almost a 20-point move, but it reversed back up and actually broke to the upside, creating some sort of failed, like a trap. But then it kept going down. I thought this break here would have touched the 20 EMA, or at least the top of the trading range, but it just happened to happen the next day. So that's why this market is tricky, vicious, and is out to get you. So this is why the market is so difficult to trade, because things like this happen, right? Big break of the two-legged pullback, reverses, it breaks the high, and then comes right back down, touching the target that I originally thought was going to hit. So we hit the 20 EMA on the daily, bounced right off of it. Not only that, pretty much bounced off the top of the trading range that it has been in for the last 10 days before this breakout. It comes back to retest the top of that trading range, and now it bounces off. But notice today, pandas, we are within this wick, and we're trading inside this wick. And if we're trading inside this wick, we're basically in trading range again, and it could possibly break below. If it breaks below, then this could be a failed breakout coming back to the bottom trading range. This trading range is still active, by the way, still valid. So at that certain point in time, it basically bounced off the 20 EMA off the daily, and that's what we're seeing here, pandas. This is where this reversal happened, essentially. Right here is the 20 EMA off the daily, and it basically bounced off of it. I would have kept my eyes on that daily 20 EMA because I already thought it was going to hit it sooner or later. I mean, I thought I was going to hit it yesterday or 2 days ago, but actually ended up hitting yesterday. Good morning, pandas. Good morning, good morning. As you guys are rolling in, I'm just doing the daily chart review. Hey, pandas, let's do a pre-market analysis. So what we have here now is essentially a uptrend, right? We have a uptrend from this pivot low to this pivot low, break of trend, new high. Now we have this trap trade starting to reverse this this trend here. So we could have a downtrend day today, pandas. Just not exactly sure, because just looking at the price action, these reversals can either become reversal or it can be a trading range. But we do have an H4 setup here, pandas. Nice H4 setup. Hope you guys are doing well. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you can join us today, pandas. What we do have here, though, pandas, break of trend, new low with the H4 setup. I might be interested in going long here, pandas. I am above 20K, so now I'm actually switching my contracts to 3 scalps, 1 runner. I actually like this setup, pandas. An H4 setup, new low. Right, break of trend, new low here. I'm actually curious. I'm actually thinking about this, right? Potential double bottom. Not sure, pandas. For guys who are just rolling in, new to the stream, I'm Bye Bye Money. Welcome to my stream. On this stream, we trade only one single instrument, the E-mini futures. We trade only one single setup, the 2-legged pullback. If you don't know what the setup looks like, it's a setup that looks like this: 2 pushes down or 2 pushes up. And after the market makes 2 moves, as we know, the market loves to move in 2s. And once it makes its 2-legged move, it likes to find the reversal. 2-legged move, find the reversal. And so we try to find this setup in key areas such as moving averages, channels, trend lines, And in the right context, this is greater than 90% probability to make a point. So on the stream, we're trying to find the best setups possible here. If you like more details about the setup, go ahead and look at the playlist, and I have or my description, and in there are playlists going over the details of the setup. This is the H4 setup, pandas, and I'm kind of interested in entering here. I like H4 setups a lot, especially when he makes this new low break of trend here. Thinking probably can scalp out here. But the market hasn't opened yet. I typically don't like to enter in trades before market open, just because the volume is just not there yet. I'm gonna skip this trade just purely based off of that, but I like the setup here. I actually like the setup a lot. Just watching. Also, I trade pure price action, and so on the charts you see a bunch of numbers here. These numbers just simply tell us the leg count, so we can easily see when there's second entries. And you can see, if you're new and don't know how to read this indicator, if you look to the right of the chart, you'll see a diamond. This diamond, the color of this diamond will tell us if it's a second entry or not. If it's dark green or dark red, that means it's a second entry. Dark green is second entry long. Dark red is a second entry short. Right now, it's a magenta color showing us that this is actually a trap. So this diamond is currently a trap at the current setup. So if this reverses, it's going to become a trap. Why is it a trap? Because it tries to make a two-legged move. A, B, C. And that reversal here was only one tick, right? Doesn't make a point and then starts to reverse, becomes a trap. Yep, this is an H4 setup here with a decent signal bar. Trading range, thinking, break of trading range, fail breakdown. Looking to reverse up for a scalp here, at least a small little scalp. That's what I'm thinking here. But we haven't had market open yet, but I like the setup here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you like to, I also have the trading range indicator, right? It uses pure price action to find these trading ranges. As you can see, it marks it out here, marks it out here, marking another one here, thinking that this can come back up into the trading range. And it uses pure price action to find these trading ranges. If you like more information about either of these indicators, you can check out the official website, www.twoleggedpullback.com. Welcome to the stream, pandas. Hey, make sure you fill out that poll. We're about 5 minutes to market open. I'm going to close this poll. Most of you guys think it's going to be a trading range day today. What kind of day do I think it's going to be? Hard to say, but there's a big chance. There is a chance that this could be a bear trend day today, pandas. And why I'm saying that is because we are within the wick. This big wick, we're trading inside this wick. If we're trading above the wick, or if we're trading inside the body here, trying to go up, then I'll say maybe bull trend. But we're in this wick here, and we're, oftentimes these wicks get tested. And within this wick, basically you have a trading range, right? This candle here is showing us a one-day trading range. A big down, coming back up. Now we're within the bottom part of this candle, showing us a trading range down here, right? That's what wicks are, essentially, right? Big down, big up. And this trading range, if it breaks down, could just be a failed breakout of this trading range here, this long trading range we've been in for a long time. But pandas, notice we bounced off perfectly off the 20 MA. Let me see another time this has happened. Right, bounced off the 20 MA perfectly. Here it reverses and does come back down later. But here we have a wick here. Difficult to say. I mean, it could be a bear trend day today or just a trading range, but unsure. according to the daily. Difficult to say, but I like this two-legged pullback. I like this H4 setup. Hey pandas, welcome to the stream. We're gonna try to find the best setup possible. Oh boy, are these different. Let me see here. I hate reloading historical charts during stream just because they can get a little wonky. But I'll go ahead and try to do this here. Sorry if my chart looks different. The reloading has been really wonky these last couple of days. Pandas, welcome, welcome, welcome. Can you believe it? 20K. Pedro Dentino says, check how the market reversed on the last touch of the EMA, please. Honestly, I already went over my daily, and so if you reverse or if you rewind a little bit, you can see my review. And so I talk about how on the daily chart of the 20 EMA that we bounced off of perfectly. If you rewind a little bit, you can see that. I just like the setup because we break trend and we have an H4 setup, decent signal bar. Oh, you know what? We don't have an H4 after I reloaded the historical chart. And that is a shame because I was trading that as an H4. It's actually an H3, but this could trigger the H4. Pandas! Pandas! So this was the H4. Oh, I'm not even in this trade. We're all good. So we'll wait for this to trigger here. For a second, I like that setup so much I thought I was in it, but we're good. We have a potential H4 setup here. Off the 240 SMA. This trading range shrank after I reloaded historical charts here. Nathan Daton asks, is this a 2000 tick chart? It is a 2000 tick chart. The H4 does trigger now. H4 does trigger now. H4 off of 240 SMA potentially here. It says that 162 people on stream. I don't think that's accurate. H4, potential H4 trade here. I'm interested in this trade. It might be right at market open though. I don't like how this H4 is happening within chop. I don't like that. I like to have some room. Right? I don't like it when it's in chop like this. Market's about to open. About 1 minute left. Let's find the best two-leg pullbacks possible, pandas. Let's go, baby. By the way, after hitting 20K, I was really considering maybe doing some sort of funded account challenge with Earn to Trade or Lilu. I think it'd be interesting to see, with the large accounts, if, it could be a potential way to make some decent income with futures trading, day trading. Okay, market has open, pandas. I don't like that. I don't like this signal bar, but it's failed breakdown of the 240 SMA. Let's see if we get a better signal bar here off this H4 setup. Let's see if we get a better signal bar here. Signal bar is looking better. Try to go long here. Coming right back down. micro double bottom. See if I can get a nice scalp here with the runner off the H4 here with the higher low setup, or with the new low major trend reversal. Hasn't triggered yet. Micro double bottom. We're finding some support here off the 240 SMA. It looks like it's gonna break down though. Keeps going down, keeps going down. We're in this trade, pandas. Let's go, baby! Easy peasy. Let's see if we can get a runner here. Easy peasy. Runner's gonna get stopped out, potentially. Let's go, baby. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Easy peasy. H4 setup off the 240 SMA. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 failed breakdowns of that 240 SMA. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Easy. Easy $200 or 150. Where are we at right now? So every scalp will be 150 plus a runner. Unfortunately, our runner got stopped out. Maybe if I got a small retracement, but that was too quick. I don't think I would even be able to get the retracement before that scalped out. But we have the 20 EMA now. Potentially can act as a some resistance here, right? Notice the 20 EMA, the 240 SMA, how we're wedging between here, and now we're kind of might oscillate between these two moving averages. And so what we have here potentially, I would like a trap trade to the upside. That's the setup I would look for at this point. If we have basically a fail second entry short, something like this. If we have a setup like this, I might be interested, because after an H4 setup, I do not like to take the two-legged pullback. I've seen too many times where that reverses, and almost want to make a automated strategy taking the any trap trade after an H4 L4 setup. I almost want to make a automated strategy that just tests every single time that happens, and to see the profitability of it, the probability and profitability. Let's go, baby. Showing some love, showing some love. Thanks, Kellyanne. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy. Guys, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Also, I think potentially I might, I do want to do one of these funded trading accounts. Hey, pandas, let me know if you do a funded trade account. And if you do, let me know which one you do, and also what your experiences are like. Throw in the chat for me. I'm already thinking about, I talked to one of the pandas earlier, and they said that they enjoyed the earn to trade. So I'm thinking about earn to trade, but we'll see here. Earn to trade or Lilu are the two I'm leaning on, but I'm not sure yet. Potential two-legged pullback here. A, B, C. Something like this. But remember, I will only take the reversal here if it traps. That runner would not have run anyway, so fine with that. The 240 SMA acting as support at the moment, but notice, pandas, between the 240 SMA and the 20 MA, we are wedging at the moment. That happens often, right? Trading range between these two trading range moving averages. Almost making a new low. If we make a new low, then this reversal is completely shot. I usually look for reversals after these H4, L4 setups just because they're such strong setups. But if we break this pivot low down here, then this reversal is completely gone. Alberto, thanks for your insight. Duly noted. One up trader. Yeah, I think Top Step is definitely just completely out of the question because I think they have like a 20-second like rule. You have to keep your trade in for 20 seconds or something like that. And if you're scalping, that's just like it. Like this trade I was just in, it lasted about like 10 seconds, right? 10 seconds, $150. And so it's like, and that's the beauty about this setup, right? You know, it's $150 because I'm only trading 3 contracts. But if I'm trading like 10 contracts, that's $1,500 in 10 seconds. And trust me, you can easily trade. You can easily trade like 10 contracts. Sorry, that's not 1,000. That's you gotta trade 20 contracts to make 1,500. So this is a two-legged pullback potentially setting up here, but I'm looking forward to fail second entry short to go long because of the H4 here, or L4. Sorry, H4 setup. I'm not trying to go short here, pandas. Some pandas might want to go short here because they just see the two-legged pullback and they want to enter in. But notice, pandas, we are in the trading range plus 240 SMA block, bouncing off it plus the H4 setup. So I'm not necessarily looking to go short here, actually. Too many things, right, to bounce off of. Brian Davila, welcome back. I haven't seen your name in a long time. Let's go, baby. Brian Davila, I was thinking about you. I was like, it's been a long time since I've seen Brian. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's get that AM whiskey. Let's go, baby. Yo, Brian, you missed it. When I hit 20K, I drank some nice whiskey. And yeah, I missed it. I wish you were here. I wish you were here. But I believe the last episode, I hit 20K and I drank a little bit of some Blanton's, and that was heaven on the lips. Looking for a trap trade here, pandas. Not trying to go short here. Actually trying to look for a second entry short, or a fail second entry short. But look at here. Micro double bottom. So the market might be stingy, not giving us the actual reversal here, right? The fail second entry short. The market might have been too eager, giving us just a double bottom, and then it will reverse. And so the market was a little stingy right here for us. That could be all we get for that pullback. And this might, once it breaks the previous candle's high, this could be a pretty strong reversal. Maybe back up to the top of this trading range. For me, when you bounce off the 240 SMA off like this, I do not like to challenge that. I do not like to challenge bouncing off supports. Right? When supports act as supports, then you have to recognize that. You have to respect that, in my opinion. Let's go, baby. Yeah, I mean, if this one-up trading X wants you to make 3,000 in 5 days, that is ridiculous. I don't think I can do that. It's too much pressure. Potential trap trade here, which is what I've been saying for a very long time now. This potential trap trade, I'm actually interested in going long here. I just wish this candle will finish before it breaks the previous candle's high. I don't like the outside bar reversals, but we do have potential. Feels like entry short here. It looks like it's about to scalp out though, so this fails like entry short. No setup. Still a trap trade. Interested in this trap trade. I'm actually interested in this trap trade. Disappointing though right now. May want to enter in with some failed trap trade. Man, that's crazy. Failed trap. I'm actually interested in this trap still. Let's get a slight, oh man. I think I'm gonna miss this trade. I like this trap trade actually, but yeah, I missed it already. I missed it. But that's enough to make a point there. Ugh, I missed that. I called that such a long time ago. I just was so hesitant because I didn't like how this started to make a trading range, and then I don't like to go long on top of trading ranges. I do not like to do that. But it became kind of choppy to a point where the trading range actually started to form here, and that was a trap trade that I've been calling out ever since this H4 happened. I was calling out this trap trade. It does scalp you out, but too much of a wuss. Too much of a wuss. Too scared. It's the stream. I'm telling you, it's the stream. I'm blaming the stream on that one. But that was enough to scalp you out. No runner though, no join runner, and that's starting to reverse now. Still in trading range type action here because, but again, I have a hard time going short here. I'll have a hard time going short because when supports act as supports, when this 240 SMA is acting as support, it's gonna be tough to go short against that. When supports act as supports, you gotta respect it. And that's what we're seeing here at the moment, in my opinion. But it's getting choppy here, pandas. Hard to say. Kellyanne says, watch that channel. Well, let's look for the channel. I think we do have a nice channel here. Touching the bottom of the trading, this channel here. But like I said, when supports act as supports, you do not want to mess with that. This looks like it can reverse up here. It can go long. But too choppy for me. Good morning, guys. Pandas. Are there really 160 people right now watching? Feels good. Feels like the good old days before my long break. Pandas, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you give me some chat engagement. Give me some good mornings. Give me just a hello. Give me something in the chat just to let YouTube know that you guys are engaged and ready to go. Like I said, that reversal after the H4, right? We're looking for reversal, especially when the 240 SMA is acting as support like this. Gotta be careful here. But very choppy price action trading, in my opinion. This is very choppy. Like, I'm not very confident. Let's see here. But we're breaking out now of this trend line channel. It's looking good for bulls. A strong bull bar. That trap here could be the reversal of the day. Major trend reversal. Break a trend, new low with an H4 setup, 240 SMA. And if you went long here trying to swing trade this, you would still be in this trade. We could be looking for potential setup here, but I don't know if it's going to happen, pandas. Like two-legged pullback back to the 240 SMA, or back to the 20 EMA. That'd be nice. Don't know if it's gonna happen though. Russell H says, I'm thinking we're going to close the gap from Monday. I actually cannot see the gaps because I have a continuous chart here. Russell H, hey, let me know what price level that gap is because I could potentially... Hey, Jason, welcome to the stream. Our trusty mod, Jason. Thanks for joining here. L4 setup, pandas. We have an L4 setup. But L4 setup floating in the middle of nowhere. I like a two-legged pullback back to the 20 MA if I can get it, but I'm not sure if we're going to get it, pandas. Okay, yeah. I had 160 on one of my things, but it looks like 114 is right. 45 likes with 116 people watching, pandas. You guys are doing your jobs. Let's get some more likes, pandas. I do this completely for free, and so hitting that like button is a great way to support the channel. Not only that, it helps other traders know that, you know, imagine if you just first started, you just wish and you just heard about the two-legged pullback, you just heard about price action trading, you just wish someone would just do this live and just want to see how it's really done just right during the live markets, not after a daily chart review, nothing like that. Actually live. Imagine if you just started, you wanted something like this, but you're just like, didn't know this kind of content existed on YouTube. Well, hitting that like button actually helps other people find content like this, right? This content. Right? Especially for those who are beginning. So you hitting that like button not only helps the stream, but helps other people, especially those who are interested. Bink shirts. You can go to www.twoleggedpullback.com. There's a tutorial section that goes over every single thing about the two-legged pullback indicator if you're interested. By the way, this indicator counts all legs and identifies all second entries, and can also be used for automated trading. So check out the official website, www.twoleggedpullback.com. For those who are rolling in on Buy Money, and we're trading the two-legged pullback. We're trading the E-mini futures, and my bread and butter chart is the 2000 tick chart. Pandas, let's look at the other charts here, pandas. Wow, easy peasy on the 2K or the 10K chart. Notice, pandas, no traps in a 10K chart for the last how many two-legged pullbacks? That means if you took every single of these two-legged pullbacks for a point, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 scalps you could have made just trading any wherever, doesn't matter context. Two-legged pullback off the 10K chart. Two-legged pullback right off the top of the 204 SMA on the 10K chart as well, giving us a nice swing here. Notice that off the bottom of the trading range, for those who think the trading range indicator is not helpful, I mean, look at this. The 10K chart. When we have the trading range indicator telling you, hey, there's a trading range way back here on these 3 bars, trading range, potential trading range. You have this indicator telling you way back here about this, and way over here, it happens again, right? Bounces off of it, cannot close beneath it, and then comes back to the top of this trading range. You gotta say that this trading range indicator, even though it won't, and like I said, it's a tool, right? This is a tool. It's not gonna be perfect, right? Nothing's perfect out there, but this tool, I mean, for those who think the trading range indicator is not helpful, this is why I have it on my charts every single day. If you want to know how the trading range indicator works, you can check out the official website as well. If you go to the tutorial section, I go in great detail on how the trading range indicator works. Which I think personally would just be useful if you just want to learn how to trade and learn how to find these manually. I think it's good just to watch that tutorial, because the way it finds those trading ranges, it's how I would do it manually as well. Break of trend, we could look for a new low here potentially. before a true reversal. Big move down, right? This is not normal, right? This is not what we're thinking of as a simple pullback. This seems more like reversal. How you guys doing, pandas? Welcome to the stream. Hey, we're just waiting, pandas. We're just waiting here. We're sitting on our pause. Sitting on our pause here. We do have a two-legged pullback forming here. A, B, C. Something like this. Just not very confident that our uptrend is going to continue here. No two-legged pullback yet. So this pullback, I thought would be more than a pullback, but actually revert with this big reversal bar, right, touching, like basically testing this trend line break, retest that trend line. It's a trend line retest. Richard Harris hitting that scalp. Unfortunately, he's not using the two-legged. He's not trading a two-legged pullback. Richard Harris is an intuitive trader, so it's very difficult to transfer his trading style to anyone else. But that's nice that he's making his scalps. He's getting his. We have a lower high setup here, but not interested going short here, especially with the break of trend. Right, we have some stuff here showing us we could be going long here. I mean, for a trading range day today, then there has to be some sort of top here. Just not sure. Let's look at the daily. Okay. No setup so far for us. Let's go, baby. And as I'm thinking of a couple things right now, but I think the funded trading account might be something I'm very interested in. Richard Harris, good morning, good morning. No setups so far for us, pandas. Optically, this is a two-legged pullback, A, B, C. And some aggressive traders would take this long, terrible signal bar. But that is a two-legged pullback, but it's not one that we would trade. Not on this stream. And this is why H4 setups are so powerful, because so often these H4s will act as major trend reversals. So we have an H4 here, multiple failed breakdowns, again, retest double bottom. And this H4 basically has been the reversal so far all day today. You're talking about 6-7 points, right? Swing trade. Incredible two-legged pullback on the 10K chart. A, B, C, the higher low, two-legged pullback. But I probably wouldn't do that just because it's right at the top of the trading range. but this is looking like a strong uptrend at the moment. Right now, you're being pretty confident. Right here, you're not confident. Right here, again, not very confident. Some chop. But now, when you see a big bull bar like this, now you're pretty confident, man. This is gonna keep going up. And we're thinking always in long until otherwise. Always in long until otherwise. And that trap trade, like I said here as well, I was looking for this trap trade since the beginning of the stream, but I was too much of a wuss to take this trap trade here. But simply no setups for us so far. Al Brooks will probably go long after this candle right here, though, in my opinion. I think Al Brooks, seeing a strong reversal bar like this, especially where it's at, plus a follow-through bar, he probably will just go buy right here at the close and have his stop down here. And he probably would. He's looking for 2 times this, 2 times the risk reward off this candle here. That's what Al Brooks would be looking for at this moment, probably. But here's pure price action. Nice, nice, nice. Kelly also going long. Let's go, baby. Hey, if you're making money, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. But on the stream, what I will be going over essentially are only the 2-legged pullbacks. Gonna be reading price action along the way. Right now, I'm not interested in this short. I mean, you have 1, 2, 3 super strong bull bars in a row. You're thinking the next pullback will be small, will be a teeny pullback. Just sitting on my paws. No 2-leg pullbacks for us. In my mind, you have to be very risky if you want to take this 2-legged pullback. If you took this 2-legged pullback, he 2 pushes up. But in my opinion, skipping that, and it's actually becoming a perfect scalp trap trade. So on the indicator, these gold boxes represent that the previous swing low, the previous swing was only 5 ticks, which means that this is a potential trap trade. And that's a potential trap trade because if you guys don't know, just because the price hits your target doesn't mean you'll be filled. And so when it goes exactly 5 ticks, you know, and it reverses off 5 ticks, you know there are some trap traders here still. You know, it could be 1 person being filled right there. It could be 100, you know, 1,000 people being filled, I'm not sure. But regardless, this is a potential trap trade because 99% chance that there are people still stuck in this trade, right? Trying to go short here, reverse, hit their target, and start to reverse on them. So that's why these are marked as well with golden boxes. I call these perfect scalps. Perfect scalp sounds good, but it's actually not good if you're in the scalp. Perfect scalp means it went exactly 5 ticks. For me, anything above 5 ticks, I call an absolute scalp. Because if this went 6 ticks, then you know that everyone is filled who went short here. And so I differentiate between the perfect scalp and the absolute scalps. So right now, there's not an absolute scalp. Right now, it's going to be a perfect scalp, which can have potential trap traders. I hope that makes sense to you guys. So this is why I marked these gold boxes, right? So this gold box here, this one exactly, where is it? From here, it went exactly 5 ticks. I was like kind of confused that was here, but right here, the reverse happens, and it went exactly 5 ticks, and so that's why it's a perfect scalp here. 5 ticks here, perfect scalp here, and you see when it reverses, it actually ends up being a strong reversal, right? Because it ends up being a trap. It's actually, you know, it actually goes above, and it probably might break some of those people who went long here, or who went short, because they had their stop right above here. No two-legged pullback for us yet. Another trap trade forming here. Too far from the 240 SMA, in my opinion. You notice this trap trade, or this perfect scalp, made a perfect scalp as well. Right, 5 ticks down, 5 ticks up. People are just scalping here, up and down, up and down. And that's information for us, right? If we know there's people scalping here, you know, we can get some confusion because we have scalpers on both sides. Full 475. Oh, we have a gap that high. I don't know. I don't know if today's gonna happen. You got to look at the left of the chart. Even though this is a strong, bold trend, you got to look at to the left of the chart. And when you look to the left of the chart, we have a lot of price action here, and we could just be in a big trading range. So you can have your premise, but you got to be quick to change your premise when it starts to go against you. Potential two-legged pullback forming here on the 10K chart. I think this has one more push up with a strong bull bar like this, so I wouldn't go short here on this 10K chart. But I mean, so far every single two-legged pullback on the 10K chart has been making a nice, at least 1 point. And so, you know, if you want to go based on those statistics, you can go short here. But in my opinion, I think with this strong bull bar, even if it breaks down a little bit, I think it has another push up, in my opinion. One more push up here. According to the 10K chart, we're gonna have another push up. 5-minute chart, I have not looked at yet. Five-minute chart has it. 6 pushes down, all traps. Finally reverses. Strong reversal. But the strong, even though it's a strong reversal, you gotta look to the left of the chart. We could be in trading range still. The thing about trading ranges is that there's strong bull bars, strong bear bars, and every single bull bar, bear bar looks like it's gonna break out, and that's the whole point, right? It's supposed to trap you, it's supposed to trick you. So we think we're gonna be a strong bull trend, but you gotta be careful. You can't forget the context. But I'm thinking one more push up here, and then maybe potential reversal. But nothing I'm interested in, right? We need major trend reversal. We need all the Pandas, welcome to the stream. I'm glad you guys here as we are just waiting here. Let's just maybe go over some of the future things I'm trying to think about. Yeah, I'm thinking about these funded accounts, and it seems like earn to trade might be the best option here, especially with my style. I could consider Lilu, but I would have to trade pretty small in Lilu, I think, because that only, I think Lilu will only allow me to maybe mess up, maybe miss 3-4 scalps. And 3 or 4 scalps, you know, you can miss 3 or 4 scalps anytime, and that's, you know, that'd be kind of difficult, you know, if that's all it takes for you to fail the evaluation. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm still thinking, but I think for sure I'm thinking to stop the like this 5K journey thing. You know, it's fun while it lasted, but just getting too many haters, and not really just haters. Not that I really care about the haters, but I think in my opinion, it's just you can't please everyone. But I kind of like how Trades by Matt does it. You know, he only basically keeps track of his stream trading, and so I might start doing that where I'll only post what I make during the stream, and so I might. But the thing is about scalping is like, the thing is about scalping is some people think you don't need patience for scalping because scalps are fast. Right, the actual trade itself is about a couple seconds long. And so people think, oh yeah, it's like for those who want to make the quick, easy buck. But in all reality, scalping takes so much patience Because even though the trade, the scalp itself is very short, the trade itself are typically short, but waiting for the setup is what kills you. And the thing is, you know, when you have a stream, you know, it's hard to maybe just track just what's on stream because, you know, who knows if you even get a setup, you know? So, I don't know. I'm still thinking what I'm trying to do. Phil W says, why would you like to do a funded account? Is there any advantage if you already have the capital to trade? I mean, you're talking about 100K capital. That's, 100K capital is, you know, that's, I don't have 100K capital. But, yeah, I mean, that's basically the only advantage, really, in my opinion. Everything else is a disadvantage. You have the 100K capital, and obviously with more capital, you can make more money. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Jack Byun is back on the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Earn to trade. I might look into those things. Maybe I'll just track it with you guys as well. That could just be my next challenge. Just waiting for a setup here. We got nothing here. Strong uptrend, but notice now trading range. We're above the 20 EMA still. Willie Turma says, why her? You have 80K within a year with this pace. It's true. Actually, I've been basically adding 5K every single month. So potentially 120K maybe. Murtazo. I mean, I'm not going to stop what I'm doing. I'm still going to be streaming and trading the two-legged pullback price action trading. But, I mean, the way I want to kind of package it for you guys. You know, right now what you guys are seeing is just like this 5K journey. But, in my opinion, just don't... I feel like I can get what I want for you guys. And not even have to do this 5K journey thing, but you know, that's just more pressure on me trading, essentially. So the container and the contents as you trade, just like Pat's. Yep, this is it's a mix between Price Action Trading System by Mac and Al Brooks. I use Al Brooks, you know, to try to read price action. Jack Bill made 7K yesterday. That is crazy. So I try to basically use the two-legged pullback and yeah, we'll see. I mean, I feel like you guys wouldn't mind even if I do like just a daily, you know, keeping the track of the daily. No setup so far, pandas. We do have a two-legged pullback optically, right? 2 pushes down like this. But notice how this breaks above here, and so that actually loses the count, resets the count. So technically not a two-legged pullback, but we're in trading range here. It's small. It's a small, tight trading range after a strong move up. So in my opinion, this has more likely to go up than down, in my opinion. More likely to break to the upside, at least for one more push up. The container and the contents, as I keep hearing Al Brooks is very heavy trade reading, which book of his best. I honestly highly recommend his online course. Kimbo Hasbro says, as is Al Brooks course worth doing? I personally think so. Russell H says, I'll be super tempted to trade 20 contracts at a time with New Trader. Man, my pandas, man, I'm telling you, this is the best community ever. You guys are super supportive. You guys are just down for whatever I choose to do. I mean, I'm trying to think what's best for me, trading, and also best for the community. So we'll see here. I mean, hitting that 20K mark, I feel like it's good, and I feel like it's kind of like, you know, I feel good. And it was such a struggle just to get to the 20K, and kind of like, once I hit it, kind of like had like maybe this thing in my mind, like, okay, I was starting to do 5K to infinity. Really, it's just 5K to like whatever I felt like. But I think, you know, I mean, some people do enjoy the fact that, you know, this account is growing, and it's just like, okay, this is like actually possible. But I think, you know, and you got the other half of people saying, you know, oh, on the, you know, I actually saw one comment, which I was so impressed. But someone put in a comment, and they tracked every single live trade I did and made their own little little chart, a little own statistic about all my trades. And you know, and the thing is, right, those people kind of have a point too. You know, like they only consider the trades on the stream to be the trades, and so. But we'll see here. We'll continue to do this until I figure out what I want to do. But I like what we're doing here so far. Like I said, another push up, and we're breaking out of this trading range to the upside, right? Strong push up, small trading range. Most likely another push up here. Strong bull bar, right? Small trading range on the 10K chart. Another push up, like I thought. Maybe now I might consider to go short here to take this two-legged pullback. But we're a strong uptrend still, but the market's moving slow at this point. Chris Stubbs, I mean, really, the way Al Brooks, Chris Stubbs says, his online course is great, but can put you to sleep. The way Al Brooks talks, I don't know if he smokes like 500 cigarettes a day or something, but the way he talks and the way he presents his material is so, just in my opinion, straightforward, cut and dry. It's amazing because it's like that you get all the information, but it's just so difficult sometimes to stay awake because of the amount of detail he goes into. But in my opinion, you cannot beat it, right? It just as reference material alone, it's worth it, in my opinion. Kellyanne with the kind words. Panda, you are sharing your journey. You are not promoting yourself as a teacher or expert. This is a community, and you are doing it for free. Ignore the haters. That's actually true. I actually never claimed I'm an expert at this. Never claimed I'm an expert. Do appreciate that, Kellyanne. Hey, showing so much love. This community, I love it. I love it. Thanks, pandas. Thanks, pandas. Hey, make sure you hit that like button to support the channel. Do appreciate it. Hey, pandas, look at no setups here, right? We got no dark green numbers. That means no two-legged pullbacks have formed yet. The only trade that I'm kind of upset I didn't enter in, but this would have been the swing trade, is to go long here on this trap. Something I recognize after this H4. That's why you don't mess when supports act as supports. You don't mess with that. You know, I was saying during the stream, right, as these were happening, right, before I even knew this was gonna happen, I said don't mess with supports. When supports act as supports, especially with the H4 setup, multiple failed breakdowns of this 240 SMA. You know, with this trap that I called out, it's like this trap is probably gonna happen here because of this H4 setup. I called this before it even happened, and you got a nice 10-point trade right here. Amazing. Amazing. I called all of this out. I called all of this out before it even happened. Did Al Brooks give me a shout out? Or did Al Brooks give me a shout out? That'd be amazing. Thomas Wade gave me a shout out. Yeah, I like Thomas Wade. I think I give Thomas Wade daily shout outs here. Yeah, check out his channel. I support anyone who puts out content, you know, to help people trade. And you know, for me, I put this out here. Honestly, I don't even care about, you know, like, people think I might do this for, I don't know, whatever, like AdSense or you know, if you guys want to see my AdSense, I don't make that much money off AdSense. It's like maybe nice little, you know, gifts I can buy Mrs. Panda. But when it comes to it, you know, doing these live streams is just, if you guys remember, I mean, I believe there are people here right now who have seen me when I first started, and I was bad. I was really bad. I bet you there are people who are following me from the way beginning, like way beginning, and they know that ever since I first started, I really just, man, like, even my first video was like as simple as, hey, this is how you count legs, this is how you find two-legged pullbacks, this is how you find second entries, this is how you find traps. My first videos were just, and the thing is, I had no idea how to, I didn't even know what I was doing. I actually recorded my very first video using Zoom. I used Zoom as my recording device. I didn't have any screen capture, you know, like, I didn't even know like what OBS was, you know, I had no idea. But I wanted to get the content out there because people wanted it, people needed it. So, you know, how hard it is just to find a simple video on how to count legs. There is no video out there. It's just like, you can't find a video for some reason just counting legs. It's just so difficult. But, so my first video was like made from Zoom. I recaptured it with using Zoom, and it's just the worst quality and everything. But yeah, that's how I first started. I just wanted to put content out there to help, and it just evolved into this somehow. It just really evolved, and so. See if we get up here. I do not want that trap trade. You're thinking final flag type price action, right? Hitting the top here. That final push up on the 10K chart. For those who are interested in these kind of patterns, this is a cup and handle pattern, and here's a handle. It's another type of major trend reversal. Potential H4 setup here, pandas, or L4 setup. Gotta look to the left of the chart. Notice that we have price action up to here. Mortazo asked, how long did it take before you started trading live? I had a personal goal of doubling my account, and so it's different for everybody. It's not an amount of time, it's really for you when you feel prepared and when you feel like you've understood the system well enough. And so yeah, there is a Jason, the trusty mod. He put a link there, and I kind of described my journey, but I can say it here as well because we're waiting for a setup. We got nothing here. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to double a sim account, and I doubled a couple sim accounts, and after doubling a sim account, I started an MES account. That's the micro E-mini. And so, but for me, I like to trade. I want to trade the S&P futures, the E-mini, and so I put an overlay on the MES, and I traded the MES like it was the ES, the 2000 tick chart, and I tried to trade that. I played with a couple things, but at the end, I blew my first MES account, $2,000 MES account, and I completely blew that. But you know, for me, if you know MES is 10 times smaller than the ES, and so a $2,000 account on the MES is equivalent to a $20,000 account on the ES. And so I basically blew a $20,000 equivalent account to the ES. And so that's why I highly recommend to trade the MES, even though the commissions make it very, very difficult to make money. The whole idea is you're not trying to get rich, you're just trying to basically become profitable. So I blew that account, and I went back and grinded again. I wanted to double sim accounts. I wanted to figure out what I did wrong, and then I came back in with an MES account and started to do like 500 day. You know, it converted into like this 500 a day type journey, and so now I'm here and I'm getting closer and closer to that, to the amount of contracts I need to make 500 a day, which is 2 scalps using 5 contracts. And typically around the 5 contract mark, I actually like just to scalp out the 5 contracts, just because I like just to do 2 contracts and not worry about the runner. But right now I'm trading with runner because for the streams, I want to go over with you guys how to manage runners and when we get runners. And so, I mean, here, no runners really. I mean, we had a potential runner here, but it got stopped out, and no joy on that. But this could be our 2-legged pullback that we've been waiting for a very long time. No setups, but this is also a pseudo L4 setup, right? Because remember, the gold boxes are traps, potential traps. So this is actually L4 setup. Again, right here, L4 setup, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 pushes down, and then next reversal, nice swing up. So we might try to scalp this, but this uptrend is very strong at the moment. I thought it would be a little more shaky, but it's very strong, right? Clearly above the 20 MA. Can't even break below it. That needs to tell us something, right? It had a chance to hit it here, but doesn't even hit it, right? Stays above it. Murtazo Muchala says, if you ever come to Singapore, I will take you to eat some chili crabs. Well, lucky for you, I'm actually going to go to Singapore this holiday, this winter. I go to there is this orphanage in Indonesia, and the easiest way to get to Indonesia is actually through Singapore. And so to get to Indonesia, I stopped by Singapore for a little bit, and definitely go to one of the markets and get some, you know, these chili crabs that Murtazo was talking about. So good. It's like these Michelin type star like restaurants in this like food court, and the humidity is about 100%, and you're just sweating and dripping in heat, and dripping in heat. That's a doctor disrespect thing. And eating these steamed crabs, but it's just, you don't even care because it's so good. Yeah, I mean, some of the best food in the world. Airy D with the zing. If you would put a sweater on the crabs, they would not be chilly. Murtaza. Potential L4 setup, but man, this is super strong and choppy at the moment. Terrible signal bar. Not interested in that. Rakiki, also from Singapore. Let's go, baby. I'll tell a funny story. I don't think anyone in Singapore might think it's funny, but I think it's funny. Uriel says we are at a high range. We are. We're definitely a high range. But pandas, no reason to go short in my opinion, unless we have a major trend reversal. We have no break of trend. This is super strong trend right now, in my opinion. No reason to go short unless we have break of trend, new high type of situation. But yeah, basically I went to I was going to Indonesia, and wow, a lot of you guys have been to Singapore. The container and the content's also been to Singapore. I think like Crazy Rich Asians put Singapore on the map for a lot of people who don't know, but basically I was going into Indonesia, or really coming back from Indonesia and having to go back into Singapore to get to the plane. And okay, actually, I'm gonna stop that story. We got some action here. Let's see what's going on here. This L4 setup might give us a point. Does a perfect scalp, but the 20 EMA is in the way. Something I'm not interested. It does give you an absolute scalp off that H4 or L4 setup. Again, like I said, as this L4 reversed the entire market, this L4 also might reverse the entire market here, but only with a trap trade that is below the 20 MA. Here is above the 20 MA, which is why I like that. I didn't take it because I was being a wuss. I'm blaming the stream on that one. Right, you know how embarrassing it is to lose on stream? Goodness. And if we have a fail second entry long here with the trap, I may potentially want to take this. Like I said, pandas, you cannot forget the context we're in. Even though the super strong bull bar, notice we just hit the top of this. Could be a big trading range. Trading ranges have big swing up, big swing down. Richard Harris asks a confusing question. What's the minimum amount of contracts can you trade with a runner? I mean, I guess 2. One for like a scalp and one for a runner. I guess that's the minimum amount you can trade. I'm not sure what the question's asking. Kellyanne says L2. If you guys don't know what L2 is, that's basically Albrook's way of identifying second entries. L2 is actually, well, for Kellyanne, if it's L2, she's trying to go short here. L2 is the exact same thing as a second entry short for Albrook's. Jason, thanks for answering that question. Pandas, after that first nice little H4 setup, could have swung a big trade here. No wonder. The 10K chart, pandas. 10K chart was a two-legged pullback. And like I said, every single two-legged pullback on a 10K chart has been successful. Even this one, absolute scalp. It's not even a perfect scalp, it's an absolute scalp. Richard Harris with 4 scalps. Let's go, baby. Congrats. Show some love to Richard. He's not trading 2-legged pullbacks, but he's making money, so hey, happy. Just watching. This is a 2-legged pullback though, Pandas, for those who want to go long here. But I don't like to go against H4 L4s. Typically after H4 L4, they can trap out. Because after 4 pushes up, the market kind of wants to reverse. Right, those 4 pushes up, and now we have the lower high setup here. A little tricky in my opinion. A little tricky. I'll take a higher low setup here. That's the only trade I'll take. A failed trap here. That's the only trade I'll take to go long. If this goes down but doesn't make a point and reverses with a higher low setup off the 20 EMA, that's a setup I'll be looking for. But I'm not convinced of this trap here because it's above the 20 EMA. A little more juice going up. All right, perfect scalp made. This was a classic 2-legged pullback. It's unfortunate it has to happen after the H4 or L4 setup, which made me hesitant. It's a good setup here. Yeah, if that was an L4, I would have terrible signal bar as well, but I would have considered it more if it wasn't an L4, but the L4 scared me, just as it did here. Right, this is why I didn't go on this short here. Rather look for the reversal. Mertazo, let's go, baby. Congrats. Richard Harris. Well, I can't set my ATM. I'm not sure why that's the case. You should be able to do a runner with 2. Not sure how you're setting up your ATM. Mortazo, congrats, man. Let's go, baby. 2-legged pullback off the 20 EMA. Beautiful, beautiful. Still strong uptrend. Yeah, I would have taken that. It's just unfortunate. It just happens to be after this L4, which I do not like. I don't like. Okay, lower high, maybe another lower high here. Right, 3 pushes down potentially. Above the 20 EMA, still an uptrend. Can't ignore that. How are we looking on a daily here? Bull bar. Champion just comes here, says I made 10 points, 25 contracts, and drops the mic. Let's go, baby. 10 points with 25 contracts. How much is that? That's a lot. 25 contracts, 5 contracts, 250 times 5, 125. Ooh. That's about like 10,000. 125. $12,500. Is that right? Fucking one ask, am I looking for the measure move? You know what? I have not. I didn't see a measure move. I'm not sure. Maybe for this bull flag here, it would have to be here down to here, and this is a measure move from the bull flag. Could be a bull flag here. Not sure. I was not looking at that per se, but potential. Watch and just watch. Hey, make sure you hit that like button. Almost to 100 likes. Pandas, it's been a while since I've seen 100 likes. Let's go, baby. No setups we really like here. Right, terrible signal bar. Above the 20 MA still. Higher low setup. Right, that lower high setup here. 3 pushes down so far. What's happening here? Starting to get a little congested. As a bull, that's not what you want to see. Strong bear bar ending near its low. Going back into this training range, way below the 20 MA now. 2 points below 20 MA. Complete chop on the 5 minute, but above the 20 MA on the 5 minute still. Above the 20 MA on the 10K chart still. Below now the 20 MA on the 20 on the 2000 tick. No setup though, Pandas, right? Couldn't even take that. Richard Harris says, sending prayers to the 40,000+ American hostages in Afghanistan. This Afghanistan debacle actually makes me so angry. I cannot. I don't know where you stand politically, but no matter where you stand, I think whatever happened in Afghanistan is a complete disaster and debacle. It actually almost angers me. It's just insane what's happening there. Absolutely insane. Alright, this is telling us something. Alright, breaking below now. Multiple bear bars in a row. Okay, this measure move, in my opinion, no longer interested in that measure move. Funny that after this L4 that we get this strong reversal. Even though it wasn't a trap trade, still pretty strong reversal. Right, so for those who are swing trading, able to make a couple points here. Right, without even breaking above the previous candles, like the signal bar high. Jack Beyond says, I have Tesla stock that my parents bought me when I was in high school. Richard Harris, feeling the pain on that one. Thoughts and prayers to you. Yeah, I believe we're in trading range, and so, you know, even if we have a strong push up, strong push down, I think Kellyanne is on. I think Kellyanne is right. I'm just looking for a setup here. No setups though. No setups for a long time. We had this setup, but that's scary, man. That's very scary in my opinion to take that two-legged pullback. Terrible signal bar. Even though the context is not bad, but after that L4, very difficult to trade in my opinion. Potential trap trade here. This is a two-legged pullback, technically. I'm not sure. Maybe this strong bull trend, but after this many bear bars in a row, I'm not looking to go long immediately. You're looking for anything that's going to be a pullback you're thinking might be small. That's right. This is not what you're thinking about a pullback when you see something like this. Break a trend. Technically, it should make a new high now. Technically. You have this breaker trend. Technically, this make a new low. Not going long here, even though this is a two-legged pullback. A, B, C. As you can simply see with the green number here, right? With this green diamond, green number means that this next reversal will be a second entry. Kellyanne says we need a trap. I agree. We do need a trap. That's a good signal bar, but context-wise, just broke down. Very difficult to go long here, in my opinion. A lot of things to fight if we're going to come back up. It doesn't give us a trap. It's too eager to go down. Too eager to make the next leg down here. Doesn't even give us a trap. Okay. Micro double bottom now. Little choppy. Made a new low. Couldn't even break the previous candle's high. This is making a micro wedge here. 1, 2, 3. Pushes down. Getting choppy now. I just want to see what happens with this second entry, and then I'm not going to take it, but I might actually take the trap here if this traps, but even then it's a little tricky. A little tricky here, right? Because we have break a trend. Arthur Lopez asks, what are we trading? The chart is what? This is the S&P futures. This is the 2000 tick chart. Killian says, I am so taking this trap. I mean, now that it's getting choppy, it's a little less, I'm a little more hesitant to take the trap because there's such a strong downtrend. That's why I'm looking for a trap, but man, I mean, look how eager the bears are. I mean, like the bears are not even letting this break above a previous candle's high, not even allowing it. That means only one thing, that the bears are coming with limit orders, right? There are so many limit order bears here that we cannot break a previous candle's high. They're like so eager to get in. It's limit order, limit order, limit order, limit orders. Inside bar here. Potential trap trade. I personally would only really look for a two-legged pullback like this now. That's the only trade I would really look for at this moment. Another H4 setup. The reason why I wouldn't take a trap here is just a little too choppy, in my opinion. A very high chance to make a point to go short, in my opinion. Very high chance, but not the setup I'm looking for at the moment. I would like this two-legged pullback actually more. Thinking we've reversed the trend, coming back to the bottom of the trading range. Of this trading range type day. The 20 EMA on the 10K charts I think as support. The 20 EMA on the 5-minute chart also acting as sort of a support here. Pretty strong leg up here. Richard Harris took that long. Let's go, baby. Yeah, no traps for the shorts. Feel you in that one. I think the 10K is finding some support on the 20 MA. That's why we're getting that bounce right now. There's no setups. I cannot take that long here. That is too dangerous. Too choppy. Really can go 50-50 in my opinion there. This could be overshoot, right? Symmetry. Overshoot here, could reverse back up. Could easily do that. Right? Overshoot on this side, then overshoot on this side, and this pattern is done, and now really anything can happen. Can keep going up, you can go sideways. No trade here at the moment. Alright, Pandas, that's all I wanted to see. Pandas, hey, thanks for joining the stream. It's nice to see some Pandas back, some old names, some familiar names back. Pandas, let's go. We got our 1 point scalp earlier in the stream, and we're just reading the price action here. And Pandas, hey, make sure you check out the indicators. There's a free trial there. You can check it out. It does help me a lot. Supports this channel a lot if you do check out the indicator. Free trial, no risk for you to try it out. And hey, go to the website, www.pullback.com. It's about money and checking out now. It's been amazing, Pandas. I'm just so pumped that we're back on stream, being a little more consistent here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey, Pandas, trade safe. Trade safe. As always, happy trading. God bless. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that like button. Let's go, baby. I'll see you guys tomorrow. The deluxe indicator does give you access to the Discord, where I will continue to mark announce some setups that I see throughout the day. But other than that, hey, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's go, baby.